Hello everyone, my name is Henry Dictier and I'm going to be talking about critical and successful strategies that I used in the class Experiencing Literature ENG 201 LN. To start off, it is very important to have an open mind in class because new passages can be difficult due to the different language, and another reason is because sometimes when we read them, there's a lot of different opinions that we can have about the essay, the text, due to the different languages and because there's a lot of words out there. But personally, for me, I use this so that I could find out what the meaning of these passages and figure out some new words. And one new word that I had learned was discernment, which means the ability to use good, which means is the ability to use good judgment. And another thing that helped with having an open mind was that I actually got to learn was that although I'd known about Gandhi prior to this class when I was in high school, I decided to look up more information about him and what inspired him to write the passages. And I found out that that all the things that we had read by Gandhi, such as Shyness My Shield and Road to Pretoria, were all written during the time that he was in prison. And because of this new information that I had found out, I was able to improve critical reading, and it helped me to want to participate in some of the discussions so I can contribute some of these new ideas. And another thing that helped me during this class was make connections. So, and like, despite some of the texts that were difficult, the authors were still pretty familiar. Like I had mentioned, Gandhi as well was part of it, but I had also read George Orwell in high school from the novel 1984. And the two different texts I read, which were Shooting an Elephant and 1984, I found out that they were both similar. Although Shooting Elephant was written years before 1984, like, it has the same idea because both the main characters in each of them, which Winston and Orwell himself, like, respectively, were both against the strict totalitarian imperialistic government, and they were very scared for their well-being. But unfortunately, the pressure of living into such a difficult world, would resulted in them succumbing to peer pressure. In Orwell's case, he shot the elephant against his better judgment because he knew that everyone in Pretoria was wanting him to. And then in 1984, Winston just lost himself pretty much due to the whole totalitarian dictatorial style of government. But anyways, though, it helped because I was able to relate to some of the readings. There was another, and it just helped me understand, and it also helped me relate to what was going on. And I did this for other stories too, so not just Orwell. But another thing that helped was our Twitter discussions that we had done, because up until now, I'm sure most of you probably agree with this too, but I'd only used Twitter for educational reasons, and during our discussions, it really turned out to be fun because we all got to. I'm sure we all had the same ideas, and we knew we were talking about the same things, and it was pretty cool to communicate in a way that I'd never really done before. And as you can see right here, I came up with a quote by Albert Einstein about training a mind, about how important it is to have a college education and training a mind to think. And I think everyone came up with some great quotes as well. And my aha moment of proloquial reading was from when I read Catcher in the Rye during sophomore year of high school. Because up until then, I didn't realize that you can read the story that I had. Up until then, I would usually read books, but this book inspired me because this was like the first time I had ever really been wanting to reread something, because I knew there was a lot of details that I had glossed over. But when I read it the second time, I found out that Holden Caulfield was wearing a hat that was symbolic of his refusal to grow up, much like his fascination of the ducks. And at the end, as you can see in the quote below, that you'll see that Holden finally is able to to want to grow up, and he feels, and you can tell that he's finally learned his lesson. So anyways, that's all for my slide. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.